Today on Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun, we're going to do a lower carb, open-faced roast beef sandwich. We're going to start by sous videing an eye of round for 24 hours. And we're going to make cauliflower mash, and we're going to put it on a low carb bread. So yes, you can have a lower carb open-faced roast beef sandwich. Make sure you join us. Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun, and I'm Christy, and if you're new to our channel, we welcome you. Hit that like and subscribe button if you like what you see by the end of this video, and we're gonna get started. So today we're actually going to sous vide an eye of round roast beef to make open-faced roast beef sandwiches. I'm actually a newcomer to open-faced roast beef sandwiches that have been around for a long time apparently, and I've recently been turned on to them in the last year or so, so I'm going to try to do it myself. I have recently started using a sous vide machine. Sous vide machine is basically a French word for slow cooking in water, I believe. That's right, and if I'm not right, go ahead and correct me. But this is a sous vide one, and it perfectly cooks your beef or your meat or whatever you're cooking. You can even cook eggs sous vide in this water bath in a vacuum sealed bag to a perfect temperature so that it is absolutely perfectly cooked and tender. So I have fallen in love with sous vide. It is so easy, and I hope maybe you'll give it a try too if you've not tried it, or if you are new to the sous vide world. So I've got this open, it's not open face yet, but it will be. I've got this eye of round roast beef. It is about 3 pounds. Publix had a really good sale, and I couldn't resist wanting to try to do this myself. So I'm seasoning with Flavor God. It is the garlic lover seasoning, and it's got all the salt and pepper and the garlic powder and some extra seasonings in it that are just going to make this taste really, really good. So I don't need to do anything to this other than season it. So I'm going to season it liberally. One of the things with the sous vide is that you're going to season liberally. Lots of spices, because you want it to sink in. And oh, there's my buzzer. It's telling me that the sous vide is ready for my meat. So when we get this done, it'll be ready to go. So something I'm doing this time that I've not done before is I'm cooking this beautiful roast in the sous vide bath for 24 hours. Yep, you heard me right, 24 hours. So it'll be fun and interesting, and hopefully very yummy when it's finished. So really, I think that's enough. I'm kind of rolling it around on my board, picking up any extra seasonings that I have. I'm gonna throw my seasonings to the side, take my board. You like my shirt? Hold on, let me overthink this. When you hear sous vide, and if you're not familiar with it, you definitely start to overthink it. I did the first time when I ever saw somebody. I'm like, ooh, that's fancy. It's actually really not. It's just so easy and such a wonderful method of cooking our meat perfectly. And you can cook vegetables that way too. I haven't ventured into that yet, but all right, so we've got this vacuum sealing bag. I have the edges folded over so that we don't contaminate the sealed edge with food. And I'm simply just putting this big guy into the bag. That's all we gotta do. you vacuum seal for food storage, you probably are familiar with this process. But this is actually vacuum sealing for cooking purposes. This roast is just about too big. Let me get that in there and push it in there a little further. There we go. All right. Press it down and press and seal. And it's going to take all that air out of there. And I'm not sure I have it in there right, so I may need to stop it. Yep. Let's try one more time. This roast is pretty big. I almost need a bigger bag. I think we're there now. And if this doesn't work, I have another method, so. Okay, the standard method of sealing our bag was a fail. So we have to come back and put our meat in a regular Ziploc bag. It's got to be BPA free. And then I'm gonna open up my little sous vide. All right, and I'm gonna take the meat and put it in there. And so what's gonna happen as I put it in there is it's gonna naturally push out the air. And they call that the water displacement method. So I basically wanna take this and go all the way down to the edge of the bag and zip it up. And our little steaky, or not steaky, our little eye of round roast is in there. 24 hours. We will be back tomorrow. As most open-faced roast beef is served over bread and mashed potatoes, in order to make this low carb, we're going to be serving it with mashed cauliflower and a low carb bread. So we're going to do a super simple mashed cauliflower, and we're going to start with the 2 frozen 12-ounce packages of cauliflower, which we're going to put in the microwave. For our mashed cauliflower, which to me is actually a little bit easier than mashed potatoes because you don't have to peel cauliflower. And we started with frozen. So we've gone ahead and I've microwaved the 2 bags of cauliflower in our microwave as according to the package directions. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start mashing them a little bit to get that process started. And didn't take much. And to it I am adding 3 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 cup of sour cream, 2 ounces of cream cheese, and salt and pepper. Just like any good mashed potato, except we're using cauliflower. And honestly, the difference for me, I love potatoes, don't get me wrong, but when I'm trying to watch it, I don't mind the mashed cauliflower. So we're gonna get in there and just mash. Alright, if you don't have an immersion blender, they are not expensive. You should definitely get one. They make life easier making soups and stews and of course, mashed cauliflower. So I'm not doing a whole lot, I'm just kind of pulsing. One more taste. It's good. Just like it is. Now, if you have more people that you're feeding, obviously you could use 3 or 4 bags and add more ingredients as far as the butter and the sour cream and the cream cheese go. But this is just for us, so this is enough for us and some leftovers. So there we have it. They are delicious. Now, they are not as smooth as a mashed potato would be, but when you're just trying to be careful and you want something good that is very similar to what you're gonna get, the mashed cauliflower is gonna be your go-to. Okay, we are back. It has been a full day, 24 hours. The sous vide has done its thing, and we're going to take it out, and it looks amazing so far. It smells amazing. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to get in there with some tongs and take, ooh, does that smell good? The aroma. And get this pretty little eye round out. Now this should be cooked about to a nice medium rare. I'm gonna save these juices because guess what? We're doing an open face roast beef, and that is going to make it taste amazing. That's quite a bit of. Alright, I'm going to use my little flamethrower, or whatever you want to call it, to crisp up the skin on our lovely eye round. So this is the first time I've ever done this, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. But we're going to see how it looks. It doesn't look good right now, but hey, we'll see how it looks when it's done. Yeah. There we go. Smells so good. Wow, that's awesome. Very cool. All right, we're going to put this on a board and slice it, and I'm going to use a electric meat knife and try to slice it as thin as possible, because for open face roast beef, we want it sliced thin, but not too thin. So hopefully that works out. Wow, it's really moist I'm just gonna do a little taste. Tastes like really good roast beef. We have what we need for dinner and then some, and we'll finish up the carving. But if you look, it's probably not medium rare, it's probably medium, but it's still great. How pretty. And taste one of these little pieces that fell off. And it is tender. All right. I'm going to take you over to the stove and make up a gravy. And then we're going to heat up our mashed cauliflower and make a plate. We'll see you at the stove. All right, as you can see, we've got our butter melted and browning. And just like with any gravy, you're going to start out with butter, and I've got a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and there were 3 tablespoons of butter. So we're simply going to use our whisk and make a paste. This comes together really quick and easy. And cook the flour through. All right, now we're going to add the juices from the bag, from the sous vide. And give them a stir. And it's already creating a gravy. And now we're going to add 2 cups of beef broth, which I use the Better Than Bullion beef to make the beef broth. Better Than Bullion is the wet base that you can buy in the store. Doesn't that look good? Let's keep whisking until our lumps disappear. Okay, now I'm going to add some of our meat into the gravy. Brooke says this is medium rare. I think it's medium. What do you think? Doesn't that look good? I'm just gonna let that simmer in there for about maybe 10 minutes. But the gravy looks good and it's gonna thicken as we go. I will come back when it's time to plate.
Well, it's the moment of truth. We've got the open face roast beef that Christy has sous vide for 24 hours. Lower carb because we've got low carb bread and cauliflower mash. So I'm gonna get into this and give it a shot and see what we've got here. Got a little bit of cauliflower there with some gravy. You don't miss the mashed potatoes, and it's just got flavor. There's garlic there, there's everything, and the gravy really punches it up. Boy, that's nice. So I tell you what, Christy's outdone herself once again. So it is getting ready for Super Bowl Sunday. It's conference championship weekend. I'm gonna enjoy a nice open face roast beef with some football. We'll catch you next time on Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun. For Christy, I'm Brooks. We love y'all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click that notification bell to get notified when we get new videos up. We love y'all. Catch you later.